Hey everybody, welcome to the 4th of July special for Realm Rumble TCG. Now, as the making of this video, it is July 7th, so I am a few days late from the July 4th, so I'm sorry for that, but I still wanted to come out with a couple, or I should say 4 new cards, as I do with past holidays, as you can see here, with Easter and Christmas, Halloween, etc. If you've been keeping up. So this one's for the 4th of July. Now, if you don't know what 4th of July it is, or what 4th of July is, it is basically the holiday that celebrates Americans' independence. That's when we gained our independence on the 4th of July. So yeah, so if you don't celebrate, if you're not from America, well, then just enjoy the cards. Yeah, so it's a time of just eating hot dogs, hanging with family, and most importantly, the fireworks. Or maybe not most importantly, but one of the coolest parts of the 4th of July is the fireworks. So as you can see through these cards, they all involve some sort of fireworks. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, so let's get into it. I decided to do 4 cards because, well, July 4th. So if you get the little reference there, but yeah. So yeah, I was really excited and I had fun making these cards. So hope you guys enjoy. So first up, we have Fireworks Sword. Cost 2. It reads, when this card is played, deal 2 damage to one of your opponent's creatures or buildings. And it has 0 attack and 2 defense. So it's more of a defensive card. Artwork-wise, just some dude. Has some little cool shoulder pads, little mohawk flowing. If you know what this is, to me, it was kind of like just like a Roman candle maybe, or just like one of the little lighter things that you hold, or I forget what they're called, but yeah, but oh, sparkling stick or something like that. Yeah, so he's lining that off, flying through the air on this huge giant firework. So that was pretty cool. He doesn't have any attack, but his effect's pretty decent, being able to deal 2 damage to one of your opponent's creatures or buildings. So yeah, so I think it's pretty solid. It does damage right away, but then becomes more of a defensive card. So I think that's pretty solid. It can be useful in many defensive decks. So yeah, so I think it might see some good play later on with more like defensive strategy decks that can just get attacking right away. So pretty solid. Happy with how the artwork turned out. So yeah, don't know the rarities, of course, but yeah, moving on. We have the Box of Fireworks. Now this one I also enjoyed making. Most of these cards I did, well, basically all of them. Cost 1, only has 1 defense, and this is a building. Now you might be wondering, a Box of Fireworks is a building. Well, to me, a building is just something that like you just kind of like place down in a game. It's not like it necessarily a creature, like a fireworks sword. It's just something that I can more place down. So yeah, so I made this as a building. I thought it'd be pretty cool. I have made a building before. I think it was, I don't know, it's in one of these piles, but it was Santa's sleigh, so that was pretty cool. It had a really cool effect. Still haven't gotten to use it in a game, but I'm excited to do that one of these days. Yeah, but Box of Fireworks also has a cool effect. It says, when this card is played, deal 1 damage to your opponent's creature. When this card is in play, you deal 2 damage to a creature at the start of your turn. Now, it might be kind of hard to read there. I kind of squeezed it in there, but yeah. So what this card does, it's just a building, simply a building. You place down, you get some easy damage to your opponent's one of your opponent's creature, and then you pass the turn or whatever. You do all that. Now, this card's really useful, I think, and also more of a defensive deck, because if you have a card that has guard, say a shieldsman, right? Then Box of Fireworks wouldn't die, allowing it to, when your opponent passes a turn after they do the damage to you, Box of Fireworks deals 2 damage to a creature. So that's pretty solid. So yeah, pretty happy with how it turned out. Really easy to get by, only 1 defense, but again, only one coin. So I think it might be fun to play this card, especially when it has like 4 of them in your deck and you're just kind of like spamming them. Pretty cool. More of a building spam defensive deck. If you know what I'm kind of getting at. But yeah, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to make. Happy with how the artwork turned out. If you know what like Box of Fireworks is, kind of has the little holes for where the firework lights off, the little wick. And then if you know what creature this is on the deck, or not on the deck, but the this box, please write down in the comments. That'd be pretty cool if someone got that. So yeah, yeah, happy how the card turned out. and the second building of the holiday subset for Realm Rumble, or I should say the first holiday subset. Okay, next up we have Exploding Bombardment. I did look at all the cards that we have for the holiday subset, and there's not that many spells, especially there's not that many trap spells, only like 2 or 3. So I thought I would do another one. It's a pretty fun card. I like the artwork. This guy's just run away from a bombardment of exploding fireworks. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I liked how it turned out. The head's a little wonky, just kind of like in your face, but you get the point what the card's trying to do. So yeah, cost 1, so pretty cheap again. And it says deal 2 damage to any creature attacking and 1 damage to yourself. So it does cost 1. So if you're doing 2 damage, kind of needs a repercussion, and that is in the form of doing 1 damage to yourself. Trap spell, so you can catch your opponent off guard when your opponent thinks they have a huge attack. You just place this card down, boom. So pretty solid card. Could be seen in some pretty good decks, I think. So yeah, happy how it turned out. And finally, we have the last card I consider the boss of 4th of July. It's Independence Reckoner. This is a pretty cool card. I've never done like a card like this, a shirtless card, I should say, with muscles. So I'm actually happy how it turned out. You could definitely tell he's kind of a bulked up, beefy guy. But yeah, cost 7. Fireworks in the background. Has a little shield here. I know it's not the actual American flag, but I just kind of put a star there, put some patterns. So yeah, it's a cool shield, I should say. And then he has the firework in his hand here. Actually, the firework is his hand. So to me, he kind of uses like, it's just kind of like a gun on his hand or a firework on his hand that just explodes, kind of shoots us off his hand. So kind of weird, yes, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, and then here just kind of like represents like an explosion of a firework, but it's like kind of like his helmet. I don't know. It's a weird card, kind of what I did here, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. And it kind of represents a creature that would kind of be beefy with some good effects and good stats. Yeah, but it's a 5/6, so 5 attack, 6 defense. Pretty solid stats for a 7 coin creature. And its effect reads: this card does 2 damage to itself every time it attacks. So you might be wondering, whoa, I just said it has good stats, what happened? Well, the point of this creature actually has decent stats, but if it's doing 5 damage each time, it just does 2 damage to itself. So as you can see here with all the cards, they kind of are do damage to something, right? Do direct damage. So that's kind of like the theme of the 4th of July cards, which was pretty cool. I like doing that. Could be seen in maybe some shadow decks or dark realm decks, I should say, because dealing damage to yourself or creatures increases the stats of your own creatures. So pretty cool. And if you read down here, I like doing these, but it says, some say he is the greatest protector of freedom, others say he is freedom itself. So it doesn't, well, I try to make I have a cool quote from someone that thinks of Independence Reckoner as freedom itself. But yeah, so I thought that'd be pretty cool to do. But yeah, happy how Independence Reckoner turned out and the other cards, especially if I do color in the background of these cards, some like red and blue, some white, you know, I think it'd be pretty cool. Favorite though, it's really tough. I think firework sword is pretty cool, but just the simplicity of box of fireworks is also good. Like, but even Exploding Bombardment, I like. It's just a trap spell. I just really like all of them. They're really cool. I think they serve the justice and represent 4th of July pretty well with some cool, funky creatures. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I haven't really done that many videos lately, even though it is summer and I should have a lot of time on my hands. Yeah, I'm pretty busy with family. Sports is going in the summer. Also school. I do have summer school. Don't worry, it's just because I didn't fail a class. It's just because I don't want to do a 0 period my next school year because those stink. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Before I leave, I did want to add a huge announcement. So as I did show off these cool cards here, I have a huge announcement of a week worth of videos. So there'll be a video each day. That is starting next Monday. So that is the 10th of July. I am starting a summer themed week of videos. So a summer themed, I don't know, a videothon, however you want to say it. Yeah, it's going to be all Realm Rumble based. New cards each day. cool new little updates for the game, and yeah, even maybe some battles, some of the first battles ever seen. So yeah, but yeah, I'll end it off there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next vid.